Welcome back. Guess what? It's time to start making your spooky season plans right now, guys. You gotta start thinking about it. And the History Museum is so happy. I'm so happy you're returning this because I remember doing this before. I've done it before and I loved it. It is the return of the Haunted History Walking and Bus Tours. Yay. Oh my gosh, joining us now is Sean Fitzgibbons with the History Museum. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is great.
So our show started about like 5 or 6 years ago, and I remember we went and did it at nighttime before our show started, like before we were on the air. It was so much fun. Learned so much.
Yes. No, and that's the point of that's our mission for the History Museum is to share the stories of Springfield and Greene County. And this is a great way to do it. People love coming out and hearing the spooky stories, the alleged haunted tales, and a little true crime in there. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, gotcha.
Sean?
Yeah.
You don't know this about me, but you're about to find out. I've gone on 2 different haunted tours, one in Savannah, one in Eureka Springs. So I am so pumped. I texted my husband this morning. I go, there's a haunted walking tour. We must take part in.
Nice, yes.
How scary are we talking?
No, this is it's very family friendly.
Okay.
When we get to some of the true crime things, we do have a little gore warning. It's not too bad though. Okay. It is, we're very respectful that these were real people and true crime things that had happened. So yeah, no, it is family friendly, ready to go with you bring everybody. And same with the bus tour. So the only thing that's different this year is we are actually going into some of the buildings because usually we just go around downtown. This year we're starting at the Calaboose, which is the Springfield Police Museum. So we're going in there, giving a little some of the stories that were there, going into Tobacco, which was the undertaker and cabinet maker back in the day.
This is going to be amazing.
So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, and then the bus tour. We start at the History Museum, and it's John Sellers gives the tours, and it goes up to Commercial Street, a little through Drury, and a little through downtown. So it's expanded, and the comfort of just riding around in a bus.
John Sellers could start our show at 7 a.m. and talk for 2 hours and keep it going, and you would be riveted by everything he says.
Yeah, and he'd get maybe 3 stories.
Yeah, I mean, he's so detailed, and he remembers everything, and he knows everything. If you go to the History Museum or the Fox Theater down there, he will, I was like, my mind was blown. Yeah. He just knows it all.
Yeah, he does.
So knowledgeable.
Right. Yeah.
He's the perfect host.
Yes, so in addition to this, also, let's just talk about the History Museum itself.
Sure.
There is such a rich history here. Yeah. What can people, if they've never been, what can they expect?
Yeah, so we have 7 different galleries in our museum, and so there's the Indigenous Nations, there's trains, trolleys, and transportation gallery. That's my kid's favorite. There's a time travel trolley. Press a button and go down this timeline. Then we have the Founders, Civil War, the Wild West Shootout with Wild Bill, and then Route 66 gallery, and then a gallery that rotates. So that's about to flip as well. And one thing that we're doing that we started about a year ago is the History Uncorked program, and alongside with the walking tours, we are going to have a haunted history Uncorked. And so we have Te Akida coming in, 417 cocktails. You're going to go into the museum, learn. John Sellers is going to come out and tell some spooky stories. And then you'll make 3 curated expert level cocktails that come with those stories.
When is that?
That is October 24th.
Oh my gosh.
That seems like right up your alley.
I know, all this is all her. Pumped, Sean. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of I didn't know until I went, you talked about the rotating gallery part.
Yes.
When I was there years ago, it was the Coca-Cola exhibit was in.
Yes.
And I had no idea we had such a history with Coca-Cola.
Yes. Yeah.
Maddie, I had no idea, and I've lived here for years.
That we tried.
Yes, and we tried Coke this morning. So what is coming into the rotating area?
Yeah, opening on September 25th, we have Democracy in Action, and is a part of our Civics on the Square program. We're taking a big leap with this one, and it is like stepping into a comic book. So it is all about how Springfield has had national leaders come through. What does campaigning look like? Really getting middle school kids, elementary school kids engaged in being a citizen in civics. And that's not always easy, right? It's a pretty boring topic, let's just say it. But yeah, having, so we're really leaning into like that comic book in action kind of thing. So it is gonna be a pretty intense but fun experience for kids to learn how to become good citizens here in Springfield.
Yeah, that's so important, especially you know this year.
Yeah,
the year that it is.
Yep,
So.
yeah, and we'll have a bunch of programs on citizenship and all that throughout the fall.
So,
Yes.
how do people get tickets, maybe for the walking part or then the bus tour and the different prices?
Yeah, the walking, just the regular walking tour. Let me
And we
get
might have
this
this in our
right.
prompter,
Is the walking tour is $25 and the bus tours are $40. The History on Cork starts at $50. You get 3 drinks with that and a couple history lessons. HistoryMuseumOnTheSquare.org.
It is,
Hey,
guys.
I am. Let me get my phone right
There you
now
go.
and get my tickets because
You can also
it's
follow us
happening.
on our socials, History Museum on the Square.
Yeah, and if
we'll
you've
be
not gone,
posting.
just go to do the History Museum
Yeah,
itself. You'll learn so
exactly.
much about the
Yeah.
area we call home.
Yes.
Right,
Thank you so
exactly.
much.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right, you guys, lots more fun on Ozarks Fox AM coming up right after this.